Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town. From the river to the ocean, it goes the whole world round. That spring of water goes the whole world round. There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song.
Welcome to a special edition of Mountain Stage called Why Am I Treated So Bad? During the next 2 hours, we'll be hearing songs about the experiences of people of color, Native Americans, immigrants, the LGBTQ community, those living on the economic edge, and women. This first set is inspired by the African American experience, from slavery to freedom marches to Black Lives Matter. We'll start with a song that gave this show and this first set their names. It's sung by the man who wrote it, Roebuck Pop Staples. After Pops, we'll hear his daughter Mavis sing another of his songs, and she'll be followed by Rhiannon Giddens, Sweet Honey in the Rock, the Drive-By Truckers, and Paula Cole. But first, Pop Staples.
I want to do one now in memory of my good friend, Dr. Martin Luther King. Staples singer used to travel with him a lot when the movement started. And in Memphis, about one date before he got killed, we was at the same motel where he got killed, and I was walking downstairs, and he looked down on me and said, "Call me Brother Staple. Brother Staple, I want you to sing my song tonight. I want you to sing it good." I said, "What is that, Dr. King? Why am I treated so bad?" I said, I'll do it. So this is in memory of Dr. King. Why am I treated so bad? Why am I treated so bad? Tell me why am I treated so bad? All alone as I sing the song, hear my call, I done nobody wrong, but I'm treated so bad. You know what Pop's gonna do? Hey, I'm gonna walk out in the Master's name. Things I do, they seem to be in vain. You may be blind, you may be lame, walk on out in the Master's name, though you treated so bad. It's a mighty long lane. You know ain't got no hand. It's a bad wind. You know don't ever change. Think I heard somebody call my name. Further up the road, things are gonna change. Still I'm treated so bad. You may be blind, you may be lame. Walk on out in the master name, though you treated so bad. Hey.
Y'all didn't think I could still move like that, did you? You did. Well, yeah. March for Freedom's Highway. March each and every day. March for Freedom's Highway. March each and every day. Made up my mind, and I won't turn around. Made up my mind, I won't turn around. Listen, there's this one thing I can't understand, my friend. Why some folk think freedom was not designed for all men. There are so many people living their life perplexed, wondering in their minds what's gonna happen next.
That's why we gonna
March for Freedom's Highway. Yeah, march each and every day. Yeah, march for Freedom's Highway. Yeah, march each and every day. Made up my mind, and I won't turn around. Made up my mind, I won't turn around. Listen, we found dead people in the forest, Tallahassee River and Lake. Whole world is wondering what's wrong with the United States.
Yes, we want peace. If it can be found, stay on Freedom's Highway and don't let nobody turn you around.
I think I voted for the right man. Said we'd overcome. Stay on Freedom's Highway until the day is done.
Until then, we gonna
March
on Freedom's Highway.
Yeah, march each and every day. Yeah, march for Freedom's Highway. Yeah, march each and every day. Made up my mind, and I won't turn around. Made up my mind, I won't turn around. Made up my mind, I 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 made up my mind, made up my mind, made up my mind, and I won't turn around. Made up my mind, and I won't turn around. Yeah, 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 yeah. I won't turn around. 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 I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't turn around. I won't turn around. I won't turn around. Yeah.
My personal thing with songwriting, I've not been songwriting very long, but the thing that's really caught me are slave narratives. It's a period of our history that is very, very important to dig through and to excavate and to figure out different ways of telling these stories. And this was a narrative that I read. It was a conversation that was overheard between a woman and between two women, one of whom thought she owned the other. And they could see the Union Army coming over the hill, and it's this, you know, the mistress is kind of incredulous that that the woman that she owns is going to leave her. She can't believe it, and you know, there's this whole thing about the people who own the plantations trying to hide the wealth of the plantation with the slaves if the army came, you know, and the woman says, well, you're not hiding it with me. It's you know, it's actually not yours because you sold 3 of my children for this wealth. And when I read that, it just really struck me to the heart, and I wrote a song about it. So this is called Julie. Julie, won't you run? 'Cause I see down yonder the soldiers have come. Julie, oh Julie, can't you see? Them devils have come to take you far from me. Mistress, oh mistress, I won't run, 'cause I see down yonder the soldiers have come. Mistress, oh mistress, I do see, and I'll stay right here till they come for me. Julie, oh Julie, you won't go. Leave this house and all you know. Julie, oh Julie, don't leave here. Leave us who love you and all you hold dear. Mistress, oh mistress, I will go. Leave this house and all I know. Mistress, oh mistress, I will leave here. With what family I got left, they're all I hold dear. Julie, oh Julie, won't you lie? If they find that trunk of gold by my side, Julie, oh Julie, you tell them men that that trunk of gold is yours, my friend. Mistress, oh mistress, I won't lie. If they find that trunk of gold by your side, mistress, oh mistress, that trunk of gold is what you got when my children you sold. Mistress, oh mistress, don't you cry. The price of staying here is too high. mistress, oh mistress, I wish you well. But in leaving here, I'm leaving hell.
Another man broke his word. Another man broke his word. Another man broke his word. The truth could not be heard. Now somebody's gonna have to pay. Somebody's gonna have to pay. Somebody's gonna have to pay. It looks like you and me. Oh, when I see the rain fall from the sky, when I see the rain fall down from the sky, when I see the rain fall from the sky, you know I get down on my knees and I cry. I got a feeling of way down deep in my soul. Got a feeling of down deep in my soul. I got a feeling of way down deep in my soul, and a saying that I won't grow old. Oh, well, about it. Did you see that birdie in the sky? Did you see that birdie in the sky? Did you see the birdie on in the sky? You know that it looks like a freedom trying to fly. Another man broke his word. Another man broke his word. Another man and another man and another man and another man broke his word. The truth could not be heard. Oh, did you see that birdie in the sky? Did you see that birdie in the sky? Did you see that birdie in the sky? Now it looks like freedom trying to fly.
He was running down the street when they shot him in his tracks. About the only thing agreed upon is he ain't coming back. There won't be any trial, so the air won't be cleared. There's just two sons calling names out of anger, out of fear. If you say it wasn't racial when they shot him in his tracks, well, I guess that means that you ain't black. It means that you ain't black. Me, Barack Obama won. You can choose where to eat, but you don't see too many white kids lying bleeding on the street. In some town in Missouri, it could be anywhere. It could be right here on Roof Street. In fact, it's happened here. And it happened where you're sitting, wherever that might be. And it happened last weekend. It'll happen again next week. And when they turned him over, they were surprised there was no gun. I mean, he must have done something, or else why would he have one? So they spin it for the anchors on the television screen, so they can wag their fingers without asking what it means, what it means. What it means. So I guess there was protesting and some looting in some stores. And someone was reminded they ain't called colored folks no more. See, we try to be politically correct when we call names. What's the point of post-racial when no prejudices remain? And that guy who killed that kid down in Florida, standing ground, is free to beat up on his girlfriend, wave a brand new gun around, while some kid is dead and buried, laid in the ground with a pocket full of skills. We're standing at the summit, and some man with a joystick plans to rocket on a comet. We're living in an age where limitations are forgotten. The outer edges move and dazzle us, but the core is something rotten. 'Cause we're standing at the precipice of prejudice and fear. We trust science just as long as it tells us what we want to hear. We want our truths all fair and balanced, as long as our notions lie within it. There's no sunlight in our ass, and our heads are stuck up in it. And our heroes may be rapists, that's why we dream. But don't look for me for answers, 'cause I don't know what it means, what it means.
killed poor Hattie Carroll with a cane that he twirled round his diamond ring finger at a Baltimore hotel. Society gathering, and the cops they were called in, and his weapon took from him, and they rode him in custody down to the station and booked Williams and Zinger for first-degree murder. But you who philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears, take the rag away from your face, for now ain't the time for your tears. William Sansinger, who at 24 years owns a tobacco farm of 600 acres, with rich, wealthy parents who provide and protect him, and high office relations in the politics of Maryland, reacted to his deed with a shrug of his shoulders and swear words and sneering, and a tongue it was snarling, and in a matter of minutes on bail was out walking. But you who philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears, take the rag away from your face, for now ain't the time for your tears. Hattie Carroll was a maid in the kitchen. She was 51 years old and gave birth to 10 children, who carried the dishes and took out the garbage, and never sat once at the head of the table, and didn't even talk to the people at the table, who just cleaned up all the food from the table and emptied the ashtrays on a whole other level. Got killed by a blow, laid slain by a cane that sailed through the air and came down through the room, doomed and determined to destroy all the gentle, and she never done nothing to Williams and Zinger. But you who philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears, take the rag away from your face, for now ain't the time for your tears. In the courtroom of honor, the judge pounded his gavel to show that all's equal, and the courts are on the level, and that the strings in the books ain't pulled and persuaded, and that even the nobles get properly handled once that the cops have chased after and caught 'em, and that the ladder of law has no top and no bottom, just stared at the person who killed for no reason, who just happened to be feeling that way without warning. And he spoke through his cloak, most deep and distinguished, and handed out strongly for penalty and repentance William Zanzinger with a 6-month sentence. But you who philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears, bury the rag deep in your face, for now is the time for your tears.
That was Paula Cole with her take on Dylan's The Lonesome Death of Hattie Carroll. She was preceded by the Drive-By Truckers with their original What It Means, Sweet Honey in the Rock with Another Man Broke His Word, Rhiannon Giddens with her song Julie, based on slave narratives, and Mavis Staples singing her father Pops' song Freedom Highway. The set opened with Pops himself singing the song he wrote that gave this special its name, Why Am I Treated So Bad? This is a special edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. This next set I'm calling Ain't We Brothers and Sisters. You'll hear Amy Ray, Susan Werner, Nellie Mackay, and Otis Gibbs with a song that tells a story that might surprise you. But it all begins with a song about a gay Appalachian coal miner just trying to get along. It's called Ain't We Brothers, and it was written and sung by Sam Gleaves.
I was born here just the same as you. Another time, another day. I'm sure the good Lord took his time, made each of us just this way. I walk beside you step by step, and it never crossed my mind that I would grow up one of the different kind. But that didn't stop me from chopping the wood, scraping my knees like old boys should, going down to the creek in the noonday sun, wringing out my shirt when the work got done. First things first, I'm a blue-collar man with scars on my knuckles, dust on my hands. Probably wouldn't have ever known I've got a man waiting on me at home. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight, just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too?
I took a job and worked right by you, walked down in that hole beside you. Thought I heard some whisper sound, got found out, word got around. I got made out for something I'm not, called everything but a child of God. Didn't mind to show it out in the parking lot. So I cut my coat with my head hung down, just like a stranger in my own town. Got bitter day by day, went home every night with the mess they made. First things first, I'm a blue-collar man with scars on my knuckles, dust on my hands. Probably wouldn't have ever known I've got a man waiting on me at home. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight, just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too? Tell me I'm not man enough to set foot in that mine. Go on and tell me that once more, to my face this time. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight, just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too? Thank you.
Text about 3 a.m. when I cross back over the border again. Bye-bye Canada, hello USA. Oh, the lefties sure make a lot of sense. Sometimes it's nice to feel good in my skin, but I trade it all for some southern hospitality. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. Gonna tell them boys don't be a drag. Ain't you tired of fighting about the damned old flag? Well, it ain't Southern pride, it's just Southern hate. And I know from your mamas that you're better than that. Every time I call, will you have my back? It's a time for muddy buddies and a tall glass of sweet tea. I know that you don't like me, sit on the porch with you in the tall pines creek, little sweating in September when that sun goes down. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. Yeah, sure feels good. Gravel from the road in the bottom of my boot, the kiss that you left still burning through. I can't rest till I get back home to you. Gravel from the road in the bottom of my boot, the kiss that you left still burning through. I can't rest till I get back home to you. Hey. Thank y'all.
And people have asked me why my home state of Iowa was so far ahead of the curve on legalizing same-sex marriage. Here is my theory. Skies of blue and fields of green, water full of atrazine, 100 acres to explore, acres full of alachlor. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Mom and Dad, how could they know? Ho, ho, hey, hey, herbicides done made me gay. When I was a tiny tot, 2,4-D and paraquat, seep beneath my prairie home, fractured my X chromosome. Hey, hey, my, all these years I wondered why. My, hey, hey, herbicides done made me gay. If your well is full of glyphosate, then the chance is good, the chance is great, that you'll much prefer a same-sex mate. It's true from Maine to California. Listen, people, let me warn ya. Think before you spray those weeds. Think exactly where that leads. Generations just like me, watching endless hours of glee. Hey, hey, dang, dang, singing along with Katie Lang. Dang, dang, hey, hey, herbicides done made me gay. Thank you, everybody. Think global, eat local.
Feminists don't have a sense of humor. Feminists just want to be alone. Feminists spread vicious lies and rumor. They have a tumor on their funny bone. They say child molestation isn't funny. Rape and degradation's just a crime. Rampant prostitution, sex for money. What's wrong with that? Can't these chicks do anything but whine? Dance break, Objectification isn't witty, it's hot. Equal work and wages worth the fight. On-demand abortion, every city.
Okay, but no gun control.
Won't these women ever get a life? Feminists don't have a sense of humor.
Poor Hillary.
Feminists and vegetarians.
Make mine a Big Mac.
Feminists spread vicious lies and rumors. They're far too sensitive to ever be a hand. That's why these feminists just need to find a man. I'm Dennis Kucinich, and I approve this message.
In the late 1950s in Memphis, Tennessee, there lived a man named Sputnik Monroe. And Sputnik Monroe was a professional wrestler. Have I lost you yet? Sputnik Monroe was a bad guy or a heel. It was his job to make you hate him so much that you would pay your hard-earned money to see the good guy come and pin him right in the middle of the ring. And he was so good at his job that he would sell out the Ellis Auditorium, thousands of people every Monday night in Memphis. And just so many people. But Sputnik Monroe would hang out down on Beale Street. He was one of the very few white people that you would see down there. And his best friends were the black blues and soul musicians that were playing in the juke joints and the honky-tonks down there on Beale Street. When his friends wanted to come and see him wrestle, they had to sit up in the balcony, because this was the era of Jim Crow in Memphis. And they had to pay the same price as the white people down below. But when Sputnik Monroe would enter the ring, you would hear cheers raining down from his friends in the balcony, which would make the white people sitting below hate him even more. But it quickly became apparent to the African-American population of Memphis that Sputnik Monroe was all right. And Sputnik Monroe realized he was selling this place out every week, and he was making the promoters a lot of money, and he realized there was power in that. So he went up to the promoters and told them, if you don't let my friends sit anywhere that they want to sit, I will stop wrestling and you will lose a lot of money. And the promoters thought about it, and they went ahead and they gave in. And it became the very first desegregated sporting event in the southern part of the United States, all from a professional wrestler. Just think of what the rest of us might be capable of. But not a lot of people know about Sputnik, so since I'm a folk singer, I wrote a song for him, and so more people might find out about him. There's a sing-along part to this. Hopefully you guys will sing along. It would be very awkward if you don't. But the words are standing on the ground where kings stood on the right side of history. I'll sing it a couple times, then I'll ask you guys to join in, and maybe we'll sing so loud that they can hear it in Memphis. Listen to me, people, let me speak to your soul. There's more to Memphis than rock and roll, and there's more to history than what we've been told. This is the story of Sputnik Monroe. Sputnik Monroe was a barrel-chested man. He was a brawler and a grappler with an iron chin. And he stooped to chicanery if it would help him win. He's the last guy you want to offend. Thousands of people paid to see him fight at Ellis Auditorium every Monday night. And the white folks booed and the black folks cheered. He drew money everywhere he appeared. Standing on the ground where kings stood, standing on the ground where kings stood, standing on the ground where kings stood on the right side of history. Are you guys still with me? Late at night, you see him having a drink in the blues halls and juke joints along Beale Street. It was a place where a white man would never go, but it was home to Sputnik Monroe. When his black friends tried to see him fight, they had to sit in the balcony, though they paid the same price as the whites who sat down along ringside. This was the South in 1959. Standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, on the right side of history. Beautiful. In the pool halls in Memphis, they still talk of the night. The Sputnik Monroe refused to fight until all of the people, be they black or white, could sit together side by side. There's a basic language every promoter speaks, based on beers and hands and asses and seats. The promoters gave in and they drew record crowds, the first segregated sporting event in the South. Standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, on the right side of history. You might have buggy whip arms or be a peach-faced puke, or a turkey neck afraid to say boo to a goose. But rest assured, even dirtbags like me can be on the right side of history. Sing with me. Standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, on the right side of history. Let me hear you. Standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, on the right side of history. One more. Standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, standing on the ground where King stood, on the right side of history, on the right side of history, in Memphis, Tennessee. Listen to me, people, let me speak to your soul. There's more to Memphis than rock and roll, and there's more to history than what we've been told. This is the story of Sputnik Monroe.
Otis Gibbs with Sputnik Monroe, about a professional wrestler who helped integrate Memphis, Tennessee. Before Otis, Nellie McKay sang Mother of Pearl. Susan Warner sang Herbicides with Chris Stockwell and the Mountain Stage Band. Amy Ray and her band did Sure Feels Good Anyway. And the set opened with Sam Gleaves' Ain't We Brothers. I hope that set gave you a couple of laughs about some very serious subjects. I'd like to say hello and welcome if you're listening right now over WVTF, Roanoke, Virginia, or WKMS FM in Murray, Kentucky. And I hope you'll be with us next week for a Best of Mountain Stage rebroadcast from March 2012 featuring Cowboy Junkies, Aeneas Mitchell, Rich Robinson, and Paul Kelly. You're listening to a special edition of Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Welcome to the second half of this Mountain Stage special called Why Am I Treated So Bad?, featuring songs about experiences of people of color, Native Americans, immigrants, the LGBTQ community, those living on the economic edge, and women. I'm Larry Gross, and I'm calling this third set Open Up Your Heart and Your Mind. It touches on Native American and immigrant experiences and more, and you'll hear Jill Sobule, David Massengill, Jimmy LaFave, John Trudell, Bruce Coburn, and the set opens with a woman who made a big mark on American folk music from the 1950s right on into the 21st century. Here's Odetta with Poor Man Blues.
The song happens after the First World War. Soldiers are back, looking for jobs and can't find. It seems to be a history that is repeated over and over and over again. The name of the song is Poor Man Blues. It says, Mr. Rich Man, open up your heart and your mind. And that just might well be an oxymoron. Mr. Rich Man, open up your hearts and your mind. Mr. Rich Man, open up your hearts and your mind. Get a poor man a chance, help stop these hard times. While you're living it in your mansion, don't know what hard time means. While you're living in your mansion, you don't know what hard time means. Oh man, wife is starving, your wife living like a queen. To my plea, we can't stand these hard times long. Listen to my plea, can't stand these hard times long. They'll make an honest man do the things he know is wrong. Again today. Oh man, but all the battles. Oh man, fight again today. He'd do anything you ask him in the name of the USA. Now the war is over. Oh man must live the same as you. Now the war is over. Oh man must live the same as you. If it wasn't for the poor man, Mr. Rich Man, what would you do? Mr. Rich Man, open up your heart and your mind. Rich man, open up your heart and your mind. Get a poor man a chance to help stop these
It's a song called Stolen Land. From Tierra del Fuego to Ungava Bay, the history of betrayal continues to today. The spirit of almighty voice, the ghost of Anna Mae, call like thunder from the mountains. You can hear them say it's a stolen land. Stolen land. Apartheid in Arizona, slaughter in Brazil. If bullets don't get good PR, there's other ways to kill. Kidnap all the children, put them in a foreign system, bring them up in no man's land where no one really wants them. It's a stolen land. Stolen land. It's a stolen land and it's all we've got. It's a stolen land and there's no going back. It's a stolen land and we'll never forget. It's a stolen land and we're not through yet. In my mind I catch a picture, big black raven in the sky, looking at the ocean, sail reflected in black eye. Sail as white as heroin, white like weathered bones. Rum and guns and smallpox gonna change the face of home in this stolen land. Stolen land. If you're like me, you'd like to think we've learned from our mistakes. Enough to know we can't play God with others' lives at stake. So now we've all discovered the world wasn't only made for whites. What step are you gonna take to try and set things right in this stolen land? Stolen land. It's a stolen land, it's all we've got. It's a stolen land, and there's no going back. It's a stolen land, and we'll never forget.
We weren't lost, and we didn't need any book. Then the Great Spirit met the great lie. Indians are Jesus, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, in the name of their Savior, forcing on us the trinity of the chain, guilt, sin, and blame. Trinity of the chain, guilt, sin, and blame, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, in a delusional grandeur. They lie to us, then lie to themselves about lying to us, about lying to us, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, in the name of the mother, the child, and the human spirit. Indians are Jesus, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross. Hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, damnation or salvation. Among the terrorisms of freedom, a civilizing process where the rule of law is the law of rule. The law is a lie, the law is a lie. Hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, their ego empires, the ethnic rich, their cruelty of class, imitation opulence, crumbs that look like cake to the masses, cake to the masses, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross. We don't care who they think they are. They look like treaty makers to us, making one more promise, so they'll have another promise to break, another promise to break, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross. They keep asking us what's wrong with us. We keep saying back, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you is what's wrong with us. Hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross. Indians are Jesus, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross, in the name of the mother, the child, and the human spirit. Indians are Jesus, hanging from the cross, hanging from the cross. We weren't lost, and we didn't need any book.
Peace. Thank you.
You know, I was watching network news this morning. They said Hispanics are the fastest growing ethnic group that's coming to our country and living in our country. And this is a great song here.
Well, the crops all in, and the peaches are rotten, the oranges are piled in their creosote dumps, and they're flying them back to the Mexican border to spend all their money to wait back again. Well, my father's own father, you know he waded that river. Well, he spent all the money that he made in his life. And my brothers and sisters, they go work in a fruit tree. Yeah, they rode that truck till it broke down and died. Goodbye, my one. Goodbye, adios, mis amigo, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you're riding a big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Well, some of us are legal, well, others not wanted, and our work contracts up so we got to move on. And it's about 600 miles to that old Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers like thieves. And we died in your hills, we died in your deserts, we died in your mountains, we died on your plains. We died beneath your big trees, and we died in your bushes, both sides of the river. We died just the same. Goodbye, my one. Goodbye, Rosalita. Adios, mis amigo. Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you're riding a big airplane. All they will call you will be deported. And the scaffolding caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon, a fireball of lightning that shook all our heels. And who were these friends that were just scattered like dry leaves? Well, the radio said they were just deported. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves and just to rot on the topsoil, and be no man, no name except deportees. Goodbye, my one. Goodbye, adios, mis amigo. Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride a big airplane. All they will call you will be deported. Yeah, goodbye, my one. Adios, mis amigo. Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deported. Yeah, all they will call you will be deported. Thank you. Thanks, Larry and Julie there. Thanks a lot.
Joe threw another tantrum. He could not be understood. He cries like baby Samson. His English is not good. Oh, his English is not good. Joe's balls of the kitchen, but on the outside he knows the low man on a totem is wearing giveaway clothes. Wearing giveaway clothes. Joey fights the good fight. He wears a white uniform.
Waiters are all artistes out chasing unicorns. Oh, chasing unicorns. Joe works 14 hours. After 10 he starts to booze. He gets very sentimental. He sings the Buddha blues. Oh, he sings the Buddha blues. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh, no, I'm not the one. My name's Joe. On the wall by the time clock, Joe is beaming from a photograph. Someone drew across his face. The waiters began to laugh. Oh, began to laugh. Well, Joe picked up a hatchet and he tenderized the wall. When he got through with it, time clock wasn't punching anymore. The time clock wasn't punching anymore. The waiters ran for cover. Maitre d' began to lisp. The drunkard in the corner said his lettuce was not crisp. Oh, his lettuce was not crisp. Then the owner called immigration, said, here's someone you should know. He's an illegal alien, and I think his name is Joe. Oh, I know his name is Joe. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh, no, I'm not the one. My name's Joe. Came that man from immigration. He said, I got a job to do. Easy questions, easy answers. Just point me to the kitchen crew. Point me to the kitchen crew. He asked Leroy from Harlem. He asked Cisco from Mexico. He asked the white trash from Tennessee. They all said, my name's Joe. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. The immigration man, he sputtered. The kitchen crew, they roared. While they were arguing, Joe slipped out the back door. Joe slipped out the back door. Slipped out the back door. Down the beach, Joe tries to listen to the heartbeat of a whale, how it echoes his own heartbeat, and the distance he has sailed. Oh, the distance he has sailed. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. There is a king in Thailand, and he plays the jazz drums. He has a fine and healthy son. Oh, no, I'm not the one. My name's Joe. My name's Joe. My name's Joe.
I was asked to write a song for Freedom from Fear Awards, which is which tries to deal with anti-immigration, and they asked me to write a song, and this is what I came up with. And it also is trying to ask a question and get the answer of something no one's been able to tell me yet. When they say we want our America back, our America back, our America back. When they say we want our America back, well, what the do they mean? Remember the Garden of Eden, before Eve hung out with that snake. You could walk down the street, not worry about thieves. All the kids could go trick-or-treating. Then those foreigners started coming in, like those Germans in 1790. Then the Irish arrived, the potato blight. The neighborhood started changing. Life was better, we lived right. Life had a paler shade of white. When they say we want our America back. Before there was Ellis Island and that statue we got from the French, well, that horse still alerting with strangers she's flirting, inviting them into our beds. The Guineas, the Coolies, the Wetback, the Reds, the Jews, now those terrorists. And who let in the woman looks after my kids and the one who is cleaning my mess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life was better, we lived right. Life had a paler shade of white. When they say we want our America back, our America back, our America back. When they say we want our America back, well, what the do they mean? Before the gays had the agenda, before the slaves were free, before that man from Kenya, he took the presidency. Everyone sing it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When they say we want our America back, our America back, our America back. When they say we want our America back, well, what the do they mean?
Jill Sobule there with We Want Our America Back. Before her, David Massengale sang his song My Name Joe along with the Mountain Stage Band. He was preceded by the late Jimmy LaFave with the Woody Guthrie co-write Deportees, the late poet, singer, and activist John Trudell singing Indians or Jesus Hanging from the Cross, Bruce Coburn and his band with Stolen Land, and the set opened with the majestic voice of Odetta. This is a special edition of Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We'll leave this Mountain Stage special on a positive note with a set called Don't Let Nobody Drag Your Spirit Down, named for a song that Eric Bibb wrote and sings. You'll also hear Mavis Staples' version of Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, Dumpster Funk with Reality of the Situation. Mary Gaucher performs her classic Mercy Now. Arlo Guthrie and his family do In Times Like These. And the program ends with Patti Smith's anthem, People Have the Power. We live in a great country. I'm thankful for that. It's built on ideals that we should be constantly trying to achieve. I hope these songs have spoken to you and maybe helped you feel what others have gone through and are still going through. I'm Larry Gross. Next week, it's a Best of Mountain Stage rebroadcast from March 2012 featuring Cowboy Junkies, Anais Mitchell, Rich Robinson, and Paul Kelly. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producer is John Ingram. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. You've been listening to a special edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia.
Well, yeah. Paul and Silas found in jail, had no money for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout. Doors popped open and all walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Well, the only chains we can stand are the chains of hand in hand. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Got my hand on the freedom plow. I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on. Yeah.
dark or light. It doesn't matter who's wrong or who's right. Everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along.
Instead of hurting each other,
let's look out for one another. Our differences, disparities. We should focus on our similarities. Everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Ooh, ooh. Everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Can't get along. Oh, oh, everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Oh, oh, everybody just can't get along. Can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Oh, everybody just can't get along. That's the reality of the situation. Everybody just can't get along. Oh, oh, everybody just can't get along. Can't get along. Everybody just can't get along. Oh, oh, everybody just can't get along. One world, one love, one peace. Everybody just can't get along. Oh, oh.
Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor, they fall and rot slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. It won't be long, he won't be around. And I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom. He's shackled to his fears and his doubts. The pain that
lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. And I love my brother, he could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit that's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. And I love my church and country, they could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race. 'Twas another mushroom cloud, people in power, they'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life and life itself could use some mercy now. I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Every single one of us could use some mercy now.
Wrote a new song myself not too long ago. It was during the Katrina disaster, and I was watching it on TV, and that's, of course, that's the new feature of the modern disaster, is that everybody around the world can tune in and watch it on the TV and stuff. And so I was watching with everybody else, and they were saying how it was out there in the Gulf and it was going to get bad, and that goes on for days. and it finally gets there, and it is bad, and that goes on for days, and that's just the natural part of the disaster. Then comes the man-made part, goes on for days, weeks, months. It's still going on, and there's only so much of that you can watch on the TV. So I'd be flipping the channel, and there'd be somebody selling jewelry or something, and that was comforting. Seems like some things go on as if nothing else is happening, you know, and I felt that way a little bit about the radio and stuff, and so I wrote a little song. It goes like this. In times like these, when night surrounds me, and I am weary, and my heart is warm, when the songs they're playing don't mean nothing, cheap refrains play on and on. The storm is here, the lightning flashes between commercials. They're taking names, the singers run to where the cash is. It's another link in slavery's chain. I see the storm clouds rise above me. The sky is dark and the night has come. I walk along this highway where strangers gather one by one. When leaders profit from deep divisions, when the tears of friends remain unsung, in times like these, it's good to remember these times will go in times to come. I see the storm clouds rise above me. The sky is dark and the night is come. I walk along this highway where friends have gathered one by one. I know the storm will soon be over. The howling winds will cease to be. I walk with friends from every nation on freedom's highway in times like these.
Slip, you might slide, you might stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't you ever let nobody drag your spirit down. Remember, we're walking up to heaven, don't let nobody turn you around. Walk with the rich, walk with the poor, learn from everyone, that's what life is for. And don't ever let nobody drag your spirit down. Yeah, we're walking up to heaven, don't let nobody turn you around. nobody turn you round. Can I get a backbeat out there? All right, I might say things, come on, sound strange to you. I might preach the gospel, I believe it's true. I can't ever let nobody drag my spirit down. All right. Well, we're walking up to heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Sounds so good. You might slip, you know you might slide. Stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't ever let nobody drag your spirit down. I'm talking to you. Well, we're walking up to heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Thank you.
You know, this song, Fred and I wrote this together. It was Fred's concept. He wanted us to write a song that would be inspirational to the individual, but also remind people that when we unify, we can do anything. I was dreaming in my dreaming, well, of an aspect bright and fair, and my sleeping, it was broken, but my dream, it lingered near in the farm of shining valleys, where the pure air rarefied, and my senses are newly opened. I awakened into the cry that the people have the power to redeem the work of fools. Upon the meek, the grace is shower. It's decreed that people rule. People have the power. Come on. People have the power. People have the power. People have the power. Rich aspects became suspect and bending low as if to hear, and the armies ceased advancing because the people had their ear, and the shepherds and the soldiers, where they lay beneath the stars, exchanging visions, laying arms to waste in the dust, in the form of shining valleys, where the pure air rarefied, and my senses newly open. I awaken to the cry. My people have the power. Believe it. People have the power. Make it so. People have the power. People have the power. Where there were deserts, I saw fountains, and like cream, the waters rise, and we strolled there together, when none to laugh or criticize. Well, and the leopard and the lamb lay together, truly bound. Well, I was hoping, in my hoping, to recall what I found. I was dreaming
People have the power. People have the power. Don't forget it. Use your voice. God bless the people of West Virginia. Thank you.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.